Today MTDCNC are in Castle Donington at the home of LK Metrology. Now we're going to find out about the best kept secret in the industry. So Steve, tell me about it.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming here today and welcome to LK Metrology. But you're right, it is a good secret because we actually established in 1963. But rather than me talk about it here now, what I'd like to do is invite you into our showroom and show you a little bit more about our wonderful facility and what we've got to offer.
This is an extremely impressive showroom, Steve. Now, what models of CMM are you showcasing in this showroom today?
Well, we've actually got obviously a full range of products in here, but what we'd like to emphasise is that this is brand new. This is actually going to be commercially available from November. So this is our Altera C range of machines, but this is specifically designed for the shop floor. The reason being is that if you look at the material that we're using a ceramic bridge technology. So effectively, the stability that we get from our granite, we're getting the same on the actual bridge. And that basically means that when you're putting these in the shop floor environment, where you've obviously got larger temperature changes, you've got more stability. So typically we're looking at first term accuracy of like 2.3 microns. So if you've got tolerances of 25 microns, you're well within that 10% rule. And the nice thing is this has been designed to be affordable. So for the smaller SMEs, we're starting off at around about £50 per day for the investment in this type of machine. So we see this is going to be a very good seller for us.
I can imagine this being an extremely good seller because the capacity of this lends itself to most components size-wise that the small subcontractors manufacture. Now,
yeah.
What else are you showcasing here, Steve?
Well, that's right, yeah. So this is another popular machine that we've got here. So this is the Altera, it's the SL. The SL basically means it's got a short leg on it. Effectively, by shortening the leg, it means we've got a bit more stability, a bit more rigidity. So first term accuracy on this one is around about 1.1 microns, but we can actually get down to 0.7 of a micron. With our ultra high accuracy version of it. So effectively this is probably more aimed at the sort of powertrain products, so things that obviously have got higher tolerances, and if you look at the size of it, stuff that comes typically off a larger machine tool as well.
Now, how long can you guarantee that accuracy for, Steve?
Well, that's a good question, because one of the things that we pride ourselves in is that when you look at the technologies that we're using, so we say ceramic technology, but if you look at the quality behind all the components that we're using, we're confident to give our customers 10 years guarantee on the actual calibration that will hold that specification. And I don't believe any other manufacturer offers that today.
That says a lot about the quality. Now, this has really caught my eye. You've automated the CMM here, and there's some aerospace components that you're kind of demoing. Can you tell us about this configuration?
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, we're seeing a lot more and more companies wanting to go to this Industry 4 standard. So, lights out factories, obviously take the operator out of the equation. And effectively, we can do that. I mean, we've seen machine tending now with robots and automation. And there's no reason why we can't do that with our CMMs as well. So obviously here we've got a small robot that's basically picking the part up, placing it. And if you can imagine, we could have a conveyor system here. So the parts come off the machine tool, it stops, and then we pick it up and we put it on the CMM. The CMM goes through its inspection process, and then obviously if it's passed or failed, we'll decide where it goes through to the next stage. And obviously we can indicate this here with our colour lights as well.
Do you offer bespoke solutions here at LK Metrology?
To be honest with you, that's one of the benefits of dealing with LK, is that we actually do have all the in-house capability, all of our engineers and design, so we can actually do all this full customization in-house. And that's one of the strengths of LK. We've got the heritage and we've got the know-how here.
So Steve, where are the CMMs manufactured?
Well, you might be surprised to know they're actually made here on site in our manufacturing facility.
So this certainly must be a secret to many people within the UK that you manufacture here.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess it's the biggest unknown. We don't really appreciate what goes into the manufacturing of one of our machines. So this is actually just one of our production halls here at Castle Donington. So effectively this is one of the machines that we're manufacturing here today, and this is by no means one of the largest ones we do, but this is actually a 3 metre by 2 metre by 2 metre, so we say a 30-20-20.
We've seen some of the machines that you have in the showroom. This is quite impressive, the size. What is the largest CMM that you actually manufacture?
Well, the nice thing about LK is that we're quite open to customise the machines. So effectively, if the customer says to us, we want a 20 metre machine, yeah, we can do it. So there is no real physical limit, albeit we do have a standard range of machines. So this is probably about midway throughout the size of machines.
How many machines do you actually manufacture a year?
So as you can appreciate, we manufacture here for the whole of the world. So there is obviously a lot of export that goes on here, but we're up at around about 300 machines per year.
So Steve, how many people do you have working here?
So at this site we have probably getting up to around about 100 people, 100 staff. And of recent we've started to take on apprentices as well. So we actually do have some open positions as well.
I mean, do you see a big growth in this industry in the UK?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously the whole idea of promoting our business today is to obviously educate the market that we are here. We've obviously been relaunched as our separate company again, so LK is here to trade, and we're hoping to obviously grow our market. We have capacity to do even more.
Thanks, Steve. So there you have it, LK Metrology, Castle Donington. It's not a secret anymore.